Yep. Because a lot of my ideas were really based on like having stellar like design and like brand and packaging and stuff like that, and like bundling with a good differentiator. So just wanting to make sure that the demand is there for whatever I'm offering.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So to fill people in, like for example, if you're gonna go for like chopsticks or something, that's not what he's doing. But we looked at chopsticks for a second, and for example, if you want to put like a rose print on it or make it like a really cool design, chopsticks, that's not a good enough differentiator because it doesn't improve the chopsticks. Like at the end of the day, 90% of people, they're just going to buy the chopsticks just because they want to get some goddamn chopsticks. You can't really improve that unless you have a crazy invention that's going to improve the chopsticks. So putting like some flowers on it or making it look better is not a good enough differentiating idea. You got to improve the functionality of the product and ideally match that up with a keyword that's already being searched. A better idea would be chopsticks with silicone handle, where the hand part is silicone for like better gripping experience. And that does exist. That's an example of a functional feature. It actually changes the function because it makes the grip feel better, matched up with people searching for, let's say, metal chopsticks with silicone tips. That would be a good marriage, assuming there's not a lot of competition of people doing that same thing.
Start with from India. So when take it from there and see how I can add my own spin and yeah. So
awesome, dude.
But as of right now, I have absolutely no idea. I'm completely in the dark. But that's exciting part because everything is possible. That's a beautiful thing. You don't go with any preconception. Everything is possible. So that's it. That's why it's super more exciting. So yeah. As Riley would say, fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. Anything is possible.
Let's call it the fuck yeah challenge. What do you say, Riley? The fuck yeah challenge,
yeah,
you know?
Let's fucking cancel everything. Let's call the brand fuck yeah FBA challenge.
I'm gonna see if that dough bit is available. The fuck yeah challenge, you know?
Fuck yeah, let's get this money challenge. Yeah. Everything is possible, you know. Yeah, I was setting up my computer today, just looking at the blue sky out here in Bangkok, just trying to remind myself like I'm living my dream every day. It was my dream 6 years ago just to be out here.
And me and Riley this morning, we had a nice chat about something that we're thinking of doing in the future. We're not going to say anything for now. Just don't want to get you guys too excited. But that's pretty sweet. Let me tell you that. Fuck yeah, it's pretty sweet. Let's look at Riley's background. Look at my background. Actually, that's not my real background. It's just just a screensaver. But just to give you a hint, something very nice.
Something a little tropical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very amazing environment. Masterminding in person and that kind of jazz. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We might do that like a competition for the winner, when it gets the big prize. We don't know yet, so it's all up in the air. If we see a good progress from you guys, then we'll say, okay, let's do it. These guys deserve it,
Yeah. Javier, have you ever been to Bali?
No, not yet.
Okay, cool. Remind me of your still got some time left, so remind me of your dream. What is your What is your big picture? What is your why? What is your dream with this?
My dream.
Yeah.
Well, my dream is to travel the world.
Where would you start
Okay.
first?
Perfect.
Well, I will start from Europe.
Which part?
From my country, from Spain,
Okay. Which part of Spain are you from?
Barcelona.
Barcelona.
Yep.
Okay. I actually grew up. I'm originally from the southwest of France, the French Basque country. So not far
Oh,
from here.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, good part.
We'll
I
talk
like it.
after. Yeah.
Where
Amazing
my
part.
girlfriend's family is all from. It's from the south of France.
Oh, beautiful part.
So it's an M.
Southwest, the southeast, or close to Italy or close to Spain?
Monte Pillar?
No
Monte
idea.
Montpellier?
Oh, Montpellier.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Montpellier, that's
Montpellier.
more in the
I just
Montpellier. That's more.
Americanized it a little bit.
Yeah, I completely destroyed, bro.
Mont
I was like, what
Pillar?
the hell? No, you don't pronounce the T or the P. It's no, you don't pronounce the T in French. When the Mont, it's Montpellier.
Yeah, they have like vineyards down there.
Oh, beautiful. I actually grew up in the southwest, close to the Spanish border. It's home of some of the most premium white wines. The Jurançon, close to Bordeaux. Absolutely stunning. Oh, yeah.
That's where we want to go for a bit.
Oh, yeah. Actually, one of my dreams, actually, Riley, is to have my own vineyard. I would love to have my
Ooh.
vineyard, either in France or somewhere in Argentina. I love Argentina. Or somewhere in Italy, Spain, Portugal, and Mediterranean area. Oh, yeah. But for now, it's going to be
Yeah.
Bali, Indonesia.
Yeah.
My main reason for doing this is just to like open up my mind just to different avenues, not just financially, but just in terms of like business and just kind of get a wider perspective of life and
Awesome.
kind of dive in. So yeah,
Yeah, you're diving in. You're doing a great job.
thank you.
Hmm. So so what's your dream?
My dream for doing this would definitely traveling the world, but in terms of like long term,
Yeah, long term.
definitely I'm looking more, yeah, more so like to build more so like a nonprofit for helping
that's amazing.
kids and
Mm.
families. But of course I have to have revenue, so
Mhm.
starting out here would be great. I can use my profits towards
That's amazing.
doing that
Awesome.
and helping others.
We're doing it for the kids.
What kind of kids would you like to help? Is it like orphans, kid with sight problems, any kind of specific problem, specific disease, or any kids in general?
Mostly, honestly, I started with a nonprofit about 6
Really?
years ago, and we helped kids more in Africa, in Jos, Nigeria.
Nice.
So it was really nice to see how just a little bit can go a long way in terms of like impacting their lives.
Absolutely.
Because I mean, they would like send letters back and say, thank you. And you would send them like $100, like a donation, and then you would see how it impacted their lives. And they were mostly like orphan families. But like now, 6 years later, I get like, because the head leader, she'll tell me, like what's going on. And then I'm hearing they're graduating from college, they're going or, finishing school. It's like, wow, like, you've impacted their lives. So I think in whichever area I choose, it will be great to see like just change and impacting young people's lives, I would say.
That's amazing.
Awesome. You can even you can even tie that into your product and brand. Like
Yeah.
for every
Okay.
order we give X dollars to this charity or this cause or X percent of profits, or just say a portion of the profits go to this charity. So that's actually a great idea for any brand.
Sure. And actually, speaking of that, that's one of the parts that I don't know if you guys remember, Megla mentioned that in India, because most of the products are handmade, A lot of them are done in small villages by just people that basically you're just creating employment for them, and that can be, you can tie it nicely around a story for your brand. And a lot of people would eat that up very very well. Would really appreciate that, because not only they're getting a premium high quality product, but also helping a local community. You know, whether it's women, or whatever, or people, just underprivileged people, whatever, just to get a job. Uh, that's something that a lot of people can relate to, and a lot of people will prefer to buy a product that actually is, has an impact, that makes that is meaningful. So that's something
Mhm.
that another reason to go into India, because you can very nicely tie to it a very deep and impactful story behind it. And you mentioned Nigeria, so if you have any connection to Nigeria, maybe try to see if you can get some local made products that are made by some small villages or whatever, and then you can use that as a story to to elevate the quality of your brand, to give a nice story for your brand. That's, and just because of that, you can charge a good amount extra just for the story, because people love that,
Mhm.
you
Mhm.
know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. I gotta do something like that to my brand. Um,
Hmm.
that's all good and nice. I will bring it back to reality though. When launching a product, the physical differentiating feature is number one. So
Sure.
that's a good bonus to have, but not enough to rely on. But
Mhm.
yeah, you guys get it. Um,
Build
cool. And
first
Wyatt's
your
got
portfolio of, yeah,
got a
build
Wyatt's
first.
got a link.
Yeah, nice.
Oh yeah,
Precisioneducation.org.
Grace, an old client of mine is a nonprofit person. He loves talking to people. If you ever wanted to talk about a nonprofit ever, he loves to talk to people.
Okay.
Nice.
I posted the link in chat.
Cool.
Okay. Thank you.
Mhm.
And Riley, you said that for differentiating, would like the just what it's made of be a big enough differentiator? Like the material, is that a big enough differentiator?
Could be.
Yeah, if it really makes the product better, then yeah. For example, the metal chopsticks thing, like the silicone is going to improve the grip. Um, now
Mm-hmm.
thinking about that again, is that really gonna like make it that much easier to eat your freaking food? Like probably that's not really gonna like solve that big of a problem. Like, so if it improves it slash solves a problem and really makes it like better, just think of yourself like would you care if it's made of freaking bamboo over plastic? Like would you really care? And just trying to put yourself in the customer's mindset. Like imagine yourself, you're a customer, you typed in that search term, you're going on page one and you're looking at all the different options. So it depends. I would say big picture material is not an ideal differentiator to rely on, unless there is good search volume for product plus material and not a lot of competition for that specific material.
Or if it's a sub niche product that, for example, maybe overall there might not be enough demand for it, but if there's a sub niche category that actually do want that kind of material, then that's something that you would need to identify and go after, and specifically target that sub niche. That could be, but I think that's for the first product. I wouldn't advise to go into that. That's something you would go maybe for your third or fourth product once you're more comfortable.
All right, thank you.
Welcome. Yeah.
So yeah, pretty simple. Next call, everyone's gonna have their product chosen, and we go from there. One step to making some passive income. Let's get it.
Just one final comment. You guys, I'm sure most of you watched The Last Dance, right?
Of
You know,
course.
before each game, the Bulls say, "What time is it? Game time," and we do the same thing. What time is it? Fuck yeah, time.
Making money time.
Fuck yeah,
Also,
time. Yeah.
Time is it?
a hack
Cash flow.
if anyone is in the US and doesn't have access to like ESPN Plus, if you use the Opera browser, but also have Netflix and use their free VPN and set it to Europe, and then log into your Netflix account, Europe Netflix has Last Dance on it, so then you can watch it from your Opera browser on their free VPN.
I already
Oh,
watched
wow.
it.
Yeah,
I
it's
might
on my
rewatch
Netflix
it.
out here. It's out here in
Yeah, same
Yeah,
here.
it's not out here, and I had to use that hack to watch it. I
Really?
had to like get
Oh,
on the
really?
VPN in Europe to be able to watch it.
Damn.
So I just used the free Opera browser VPN to watch it.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. All right. Well, good shit, guys. See you on the next call, and we'll talk.
Cheers.
About everyone's product.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Good night. Good
Bye.
day. Cheers, guys. Ciao.
Adios.
Cheers.